Welcome everybody to another Future Beauty Talk, and today my special guest speaker is Rachel Medlock from Do You Even Social. I'm not sure if it's a question or if it's a statement, but it certainly is something very important to wonder about. When we ask beauty professionals and beauty salon owners what is their number one headache, well, social media is right up there with the top ones. And well, today, Rachel is going to bring us a little bit more clarity on the subject. It is through her love and passion of the beauty industry that Rachel saw that there was a definite gap, a lacking of understanding in that area, and that she felt compelled to bring in some of her digital magic, as she puts it. And look, beauty professionals are often time poor, and let's face it, they're not the greatest tech wizards out there. So let's see if we can pick up a few things. It doesn't have to be all that complicated. It is important, and there is always help out there. So Rachel, over to you and your magic.
Perfect. So welcome everybody. So like Frank mentioned, today we're going to talk all things socials with a special twist on the festive season, because as we all know, this is the craziest time of the year for the beauty industry, and especially this year where everybody is reopening and just getting ready to absolutely smash it. So I am here to give you a helping hand in doing so. So a little quick introduction. So I am Rachel, and I am the founder and creative director of Do You Even Social. So I specialize in the beauty industry and have worked in the industry for quite a few years now, and give businesses within this space the digital fairy godmother that they deserve. I like to deliver my support in a really honest, accountable, fresh, and a little bit sassy way that creates total digital confidence. And everything that I do in my business and in my brand is all about creating total digital confidence for salon owners. It doesn't need to be a terrifying thing to get online and absolutely smash it. But, you know, sometimes we do need a helping hand along the way. And so that's what I'm here for. And today, like I said, is all about Christmas marketing. And this is definitely something that you do not want to leave to the last minute. It is not a December problem. It's not even really an end of November problem. It's a now one. And it's all about maximizing every opportunity we can online to get people spending their Christmas money and their Christmas budget in our businesses. You know, it's no coincidence that all the major retailers, not even in our industry, are already promoting their Christmas stuff because people are already buying. I've nearly finished my Christmas shopping because of, you know, all of the postage dramas in Melbourne. So, you know, if you get started now and you really, you know, nail that game plan, you've got all of November and all of December to get as many people as possible through your doors, buying gift cards, enjoying your retail, treating themselves to treatments, all of those wonderful things. So the game plan for today is we're going to break it down into 5 different sections. And all of these are mostly to do with social media and how you can really maximize all parts of your, you know, your Christmas salon marketing plan online. So the first is we're going to kick it back to basics with some total social media essentials. And this is going to help you get found and make sure that when someone shows up to your pages, it's looking the business. Then we're going to run through some of the amazing features that you can use on Facebook and Instagram to maximize your online store sales. Then we're going to harness hashtags to help you reach more people, especially now where people are really looking to support local businesses this Christmas. Then I want you to get your notebooks ready as I share some actual content ideas that you can implement into your business to promote your Christmas offerings. And then finally, a little pre-Christmas socials checklist just to make sure we're ticking all of the boxes, you know, before the madness starts. So the essentials, they are called the essentials for a reason, but sometimes they can feel a little bit basic, but that doesn't mean they're not super important. So the things I'm going to just run through with you now are really the basics that you want to make sure you've got covered on your socials, so that when someone does visit your page for the first time or even returning, you're making a brilliant first impression. So first of all, are your usernames consistent? Pretty basic, right? But you want to make sure that they are as close to identical as possible across all of your platforms, so it's really easy for people to find you. Is your profile picture your logo of your business, the thing that makes you recognizable? What is your Facebook cover photo promoting right now? The Christmas time is a brilliant opportunity to change this up to be, what you're promoting. If you've got some beautiful imageries of your retail space and retail packs, anything that you really want to push over this Christmas time, a Facebook cover photo is really one of the first things that someone sees when they come to your page. What is your Instagram bio and your Facebook about? Telling me about your business. What problem are you solving for your clients? And how can people connect with you? Your phone number, website, email, appointment booking link, all of those things that really seem a little bit no-brainer. Sometimes when we change them or, the business changes, we forget to update them on socials and we could be missing out on profit. So just make sure every now and then, as part of a little spring cleaning, we just make sure all of those links are up to date and working on your socials, so that if someone does come across your pages before they've even found your website, they know how to get in contact with you. Now, another essential that I want to talk to you about today is one that's a little less known, but very impactful, and that is your Instagram name. Now, I don't mean your username, I mean the bold text that these little arrows are pointing to here. This is what's called your Instagram name, and it can be changed to be featuring keywords that, people might be searching to find a business like your own. So as you can see here with my business, I don't have Do You Even Social as the Instagram name, because if you're brand new to my business, you probably don't even know my name at this point. You're searching for the problem that I'm solving for you. So if someone was to search words, around coffee and content and of course beauty, there's a bigger chance that my business is going to come up in that Instagram search for them versus if they just search my business name. Or not even knowing a business name. Now, salons can do this as well. You can harness things like your location, what you specialize in, what kind of beauty business you are, all of those things to help your business get found on socials sooner. And you'll see here that I've written be impatient, and I want you to be. Don't sit around and wait for people to find your page online. Use every opportunity you can and these features that, social media has provided you to get people on your page and then ultimately on your treatment bed quicker. So that's something that I would definitely consider having a play with, and see what you can come up with to describe your business. What is someone searching to find a business like yours? Now we're going to talk about how we can boost sales via social media. So by now, all of you should have an online shop pumping and ready to go. This would have been your saving grace during lockdown periods, and I want you to keep it going. And we're going to take it one step further. And if you haven't already, I want you to make sure it's connected to your social media platforms. If you're using a site such as Shopify, this is quite easy to connect the two together. And then you're going to get access to some really awesome features that I'm going to talk about now. So the 3 ways that I want you to harness your online store via social media this festive season. The first is optimizing your bio on Instagram. So as you know, on Instagram, you can only have the one link in your bio that works. And if you were to include a link in a post caption, it's not going to link anywhere on a mobile device. So they do become a little bit redundant. Every time you have a call to action, you don't want to have to be updating that website link to the relevant link for it to make sense. So instead, harness something like a link tree. And this almost acts as like a little mini landing page for your business. So I've used mine as an example here because it is quite straightforward. So instead of just having the link to my website on Instagram, I have this link tree, and it includes a little welcome message. It has a link directly to my website, a link directly to my blog, links to items on my online store. And if you were to scroll down, it would also include links to specific services and packages of mine, and the media features of, when I've been featured in magazines and industry publications. Now, the reason that I've done that is so when I have a call to action on my on my Instagram or Facebook, I don't have to constantly be going and updating that link so that it's to the item on the shop or to the specific service I was referring to, because that is a waste of time and we're just going to forget. So instead, harnessing something like a link tree allows you to free up a lot of that time, allow you to really maximize those call to actions on your post, but also help customers just pick their own adventure. You might have people that just go straight to your website because it's, the first time they've come across you. You might have other people who are already convinced from your post about a particular treatment and they want to book it. So let's have a link directly there to make that process quicker and hopefully win that client a lot sooner. So for a salon, your link tree could feature a link to your website, a link to your appointment online booking system, a link to your shop, a link to purchase gift cards. If you've got, a landing page specifically for signing up to an event or a Christmas party or anything like that, have them directly there. Consumers are a little bit lazy, especially when they're on social media. So the easier that we can make it for them to get what they're looking for, the better off everyone's going to be. The next is focusing on that online shopping that I mentioned. So once you have your website online store connected to your social media, you get access to basically a little mini store on all of your platforms. And one of my favorite things about that is that every time you post about a particular product on a post or on a story, you can actually tag it. So that makes that call to action even stronger, because regardless of, where they end up, they have the ability to go and purchase that product right there and then via the post. And I just think that's phenomenal and something that we should all be harnessing, especially over this festive period. Like, imagine if you did a post on a retail pack and you had it tagged there. So all the customer needed to do was literally go, love that post, love that item, tap it, purchase, Christmas shopping done. How easy. That's the kind of mentality we want to keep when we're posting about, festive season and all of those things in our industry online. It's just how easy we can make it for our customers, because Christmas shopping marketing is full on for all of us. So we know that they're being inundated. So how can we win them over? And then the third thing is a services list. Now, this is a Facebook feature, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with purchasing retail product, but more treatments and gift cards. During this festive season, we still want people on our treatment beds, right? And into 2022. So having a services list on Facebook allows you to basically have a little mini treatment menu before they even showed up on your website. I really like this because we can never assume that someone is going to fall onto our website the first go, or even at all. So if we can get them excited and enticed about what we've got, up for offer on the treatment menu on Facebook, then why wouldn't we? And so you can have everything from a lovely little treatment description, pricing if you would like, and any other information that someone needs to know about a treatment on there. It acts just as it does on your website, as a beautiful little menu, getting everyone excited about what you have to offer, but we're winning them over even before, they've hit that website. And so then by the time they do, they might even have an idea of what they would like to book. Again, easy, quick, effective. All right, so now that we've covered the basics and the essentials and also learned, the three main ways that we can harness our online store online, I want to talk about hashtags and how we can bring all of that together to help you reach more people. And when I say reach more people, we really are going for a quality focus here. We want people that can actually spend money in our business. It's all good and well to reach thousands of people from around the globe, but not every one of those people can walk into your business and spend their money. So let's focus on the people that are actually going to benefit our business. Now, the way that I'm going to go through this is actually share the 4 biggest hashtag hiccups that I see in our industry and how I suggest to improve that. You may find that you might be making some of these yourself, and that's totally okay, but from this afternoon, we're going to fix those. So the first is not using all of your available hashtags. There is a lot of hashtag chat at the moment, especially when Instagram came out and said that they're only using 3 to 5 hashtags per post. And there's a lot of, Instagram experts out there with their 2 cents on how many to use and, where to put them and all of those things. And for me, it really comes down to creating the connection. Instagram has given us 30 hashtags to use per post and 10 to use per story. And my opinion is that they wouldn't have given us 30 hashtags or 10 hashtags to use on those forms of content unless they wanted us to use them. So I'm still using 30, and I think you should still use 30 for the time being, because that's 30 opportunities to connect with our ideal clients. On Facebook, hashtags are a little bit redundant at the moment. I'm not seeing any kind of huge life-changing results from using them. So I generally like to not use them and keep my content looking a little bit cleaner. But Instagram, I find them really impactful and a really easy way to improve the reach and engagement of my content. Now, next one, we are using those 30 hashtags. We want to make sure that they're not too dense. It seems a little counterproductive to not use a hashtag that has 18.9 million posts associated with it, like hashtag Salon, but that's actually nearly 19 million people that you're competing with. And we don't want to compete with that many people, right? We want to focus on, again, people that can actually spend money in our business and not just having our content lose its way in the feed because it's competing with so many people around the world. So that brings me to my third point of people that are ignoring location-based hashtags, such as, the example here, hashtag South Yarra Salon. It has a significantly less amount of posts associated with it versus that 18.9 million one before, but that's 2,000 posts of people that are actually in the area. That's their interest, that's their location, that's where they want to spend their money. So I really encourage you to engage your location when you're choosing your hashtags. In Melbourne and Sydney, we are a little bit suburb specific, so that's why I have chosen a Melbourne suburb here as the example, but it doesn't need to be that specific. It could purely be Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, Brisbane, because as we know, people are okay with traveling a little bit for a quality service. So I would encourage you to just maximize your location in however that is most impactful for you. You've got the 30, so use both. Do hashtag Sydney Salon, but then also hashtag Ride Salon or wherever you're located in Australia. Maximize those opportunities to be connected with your dream client. And then on the topic of dream client, not enough of us are connecting with them. We are on social media as business owners to solve a problem for our customers. And hashtags are one of the ways that those customers are finding us. They're using hashtags as a search function to find the solution to the problem that they have. So instead of just using generic hashtags like hashtag facial, hashtag glowing skin, all wonderful things, but it's not specific enough to really connect with that dream customer. So some of the examples that I'm going to show you today are, things that your avatar might be searching to find your business. If you've done any kind of marketing or branding exercises, it's likely you've created an avatar for your business. They're a person, their age, their gender, how much money they're making, where they're located, what kind of treatments they're looking for in a salon. Use your avatar to think about the kind of hashtags they might be searching for to find your business. So I really engaged the location again here for something like Melbourne Skin Clinic, Melbourne Skin Treatment, Melbourne Skin Expert, but looking for people that know their stuff. But then alternatively, we could be using community-based hashtags such as hashtag Lady Startup, hashtag Business Chicks, or hashtag, I apologize for the name, but it is fantastic, Like-Minded Bitches Drinking Wine. These are 3 communities that are very, very popular in Australia for female founded, owned and run businesses. If you're wanting to support a female run business or a female creative, you might use one of these hashtags to find fellow lady startups and see what they have on offer. And Christmas time is one of the times where people are really ramping that up, especially when they want to support local and support small businesses. So if you're using hashtags like these community ones, you're going to be one of the businesses that show up when people search for that. And that could be your ideal client. These are professional women. They're likely other business owners, not specifically in your industry, but other business owners that are looking at spending their hard-earned money empowering others. So I would really encourage you to, of course, focus on the problem you're solving as a treatment provider, but also what are the other things that your dream customer is doing when they're not in your business, and how can you make sure that you're including some of those in your hashtags? And these community groups are definitely places to start. So with all of those in mind, here are the 5 things that I want you to think about next time you're typing in those hashtags. The first is, of course, your location. We've covered that. Next is your specializations. So that's when we could be talking about the skin needling or the body contouring or whatever it is that's your thing, that your salon is known for. Your dream customer and what they're searching, especially those things that they're really passionate about when they're not on the treatment bed. What's actually going on in the photo. So it's important to not mislead with hashtags. If the photo or the video that you're posting is a facial, don't write hashtag tattoo removal and vice versa. We want to make sure that whatever we're hashtagging on our posts is relevant to what's going on. And then finally, your featured brands and partners. So if you're working with skincare companies, technology companies, any kind of brand partner within your business, they very well might have their own hashtags. And if you can use those in your content, that's increasing your opportunity to be reposted by them. And for many skincare brands, their followers on social media are a mix of B2B and B2C. And so if you were to get reposted by a skincare brand, it's likely that, some potential customers could be seeing that content. So we want to make sure that we're just absolutely covering every opportunity with our hashtags. They seem kind of small, and this might seem like a lot to talk about with just a silly old hashtag, but I assure you, when they're used really intelligently, it can be very powerful and be a huge contributor to the overall reach of your posts. And like I said before, Christmas is hectic for marketing. So any opportunity we can take to get that content in front of the people ready to spend, let's take it, let's do it. So now let's actually get some content inspo happening. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to share the 3 highest engagement bringers to social media at the moment, and a few examples as to how we can create content around those. So the first is Reels. I am sure that you have seen a bazillion Reels on Instagram at the moment. They're very similar to a TikTok in that they are a 15, 30 or 60-second video that you can show up on your story, your feed, and of course in the Reels section of your page. And these are very heavy video content. They are short, snappy, generally a lot of fun, and they're sharing really bite-sized pieces of information in a super impactful way. The next is Instagram guides. So this is literally a guide on anything you would like based on content you previously created. So what I like about Instagram guides is it's a real time saver for salons because they don't have to create anything new. They just have to get them all together and create little collections of relevant content. So quite like its name suggests, it's a guide on a particular topic. And then finally, video. Video is everything on social media. Whatever platform you are working off, video is king, especially on Instagram, who have come out in the last 6 months and said that they are no longer just a photo sharing app and that they will be prioritizing video content. They've said it, they've admitted it, that they are pushing video content more than other forms. So it's really about harnessing that in really effective and impactful ways. I consider video content on socials anything that's kind of more than a minute, and it allows you to have a bit more of a deep dive into that topic. So now that we've gotten to know those 3 forms of engagement, let's have a few here's a few kind of ideas that I've come up with for content around that for the festive season that you're welcome to use. So first in the Reels department, so we've got unboxing retail gifts. Unboxing is huge in kind of any industry, but especially the beauty world. And again, reels are very short and snappy. So these might really be like a sped up version of unboxing a product and giving a little sneaky peek into what's included. Behind the scenes treatments, the impact of sharing a video of any form, including a reel, versus a picture of a treatment being performed is huge. Like the FOMO, the ability to have an emotional connection with what you're seeing, a beautiful relaxing facial or massage, or even those really interesting treatments, like a carbon facial, tattoo removal, any of those kind of things is so much more impactful through video. So definitely an awesome time to do that, especially if you're promoting treatment packages and gift vouchers around the festive season. Next, I thought like a team retail wish list. So you could have quick 30-second reels of team members talking about the retail products on their shelf that they're going to buy for themselves or on their own Christmas list. These are people that your customers and followers already generally know and trust. So it's a cool way to really diversify who's in front of the camera and get some new, fresh personalities on your feed. Then I thought 3 gift ideas for 3 different budgets, focusing on those more price-driven clients. Stocking stuffer must-haves, a great little quick video talking about different stocking stuffers for Secret Santas in businesses, for teenagers, all of those people where, you need to buy them a gift, but you might not want to spend a ton of money. Here's how you can do that in a salon. And then a gift solution to everyone. So we've all got those people on our Christmas list that are a little bit hard to buy for sometimes. So I thought, a sharp and snappy reel on a solution for those more difficult to buy for clients would be awesome. And then some guides. So, if you've been on a blog or any kind of magazine of any industry, around the Christmas time, everyone's got a gift guide. And so I don't think that a salon should be any different, and Instagram guides makes that really easy. So a few gift guides that I've got in mind here are, price-driven ones. So gift guide under $150, $20, gift guides for men, gift guides for teenagers, gift guides for stocking stuffers. I think a guide on Christmas trading and anything that, customers need to know about the Christmas period, that would be awesome. And then also a summer skin savers guide. Christmas in Australia is a really hot time, and, we're all kind of consumed with buying presents and all of those things that we forget the basics of summer and skin and everything that we're so passionate about in preventing. So I thought a guide over this time would be really cool to also help boost your retail of skincare, such as SPF and even post-Christmas pigmentation treatment packages. And then video. So these are often longer forms of the reels. So you can go into a little bit more detail in a video, a bit further of a deep dive. And that's awesome for people that really like to know a lot more details before they purchase something, or just love sitting down and watching this kind of beauty content on social media. This is where you're going to win those people. So a retail rundown. Do a like MTV Welcome to My Crib of your retail space. Do a walkthrough of what you've got going on, your beautiful visual merchandising, the products you've got on offer. If someone can't come into the salon, or perhaps they're not comfortable going in stores yet, but they're ready to purchase online, this is a way that they can experience what you've got going on over the festive season. A more deep dive of an unboxing. So whilst in the reel, we've just done a really quick little visual of what could be in some of the retail packs. You could do a longer version that actually talks about the features and benefits of each of those products. Promotions and offers. So do a video with any special offers and promos you've got going on over the festive season, so that's all in one place. And then you can add it to that guide of Christmas trading as well. Longer treatment footage. So, we don't want to sit there and watch an hour facial, but you could go into a little bit deeper about, the benefits of a treatment that's being performed, a sped up version of a treatment being performed. These are often really great for if you're doing any kind of staff training. You could have a tripod set up, filming a treatment, and then, it's still not disturbing a client, but you're getting your content. And then dedicated brand videos. So a lot of your suppliers will have marketing content available for you. And so just ask them if they have video content. A lot of them should now with, just how digital marketing is going. So I definitely recommend seeing if they've got any videos to help you out. But on the flip side, you could also do videos dedicated to particular brands. You could have just one video on what you've got on offer for brand A, brand B, brand C. That's going to really win over those people that are quite brand loyal already, or if you have a range that's quite specific to a skin type or demographic, then that's awesome too. So then once you've created your content, we want to make sure that we're popping it up on our Instagram stories. Over the Christmas period, in a salon, it's pretty wild, but I really encourage you to show up every day on your stories, because this is a way that, say I'm not scrolling on my feed all the time, but I am going on Instagram every day. I might just go to stories because that's a really quick way for me of absorbing information. And many of your customers might be the same. So if you're posting a story every single day, it's a way that you can make sure that you've got an opportunity to create a connection with them. One of the best things about Instagram stories is that you don't really have to come up with fresh content. You can just reiterate what you've just put on your feed. So, if you've done a post on those, gifts for under $20, you could just repost that to the story. So however someone's finding that piece of content, it's consistent, and they can, we can still get them to the same endpoint. Get in front of the camera. I know a lot of our industry does not like when I say get in front of the camera, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really like it either, but we've just got to accept that video content with us or our team members in the content is going to perform better. Humans love other humans. It's emotional connection. We feel like we can relate, and it's just a quicker way of getting that message through to somebody than through, just a stagnant image. So, this is a great time to do it, especially as we are talking about retail products and, having a lot more on offer in the salon over that festive time. Use the engagement features that Instagram Stories has available for you. It's proven that stories that use things like polls and question buttons perform better and ultimately reach more people because we're keeping them on that story for longer and engaging with your page for longer. So maximize those. Use a question box to ask if someone has any questions about Christmas things, what they want to see or, from you guys. Do a poll of which one would you buy. It's a way of getting some really great feedback about what your audience wants to actually learn about, but still getting them to really engage with your content. And then ultimately, all of the stories that you produce, we want to make sure we're saving them to highlights so that even if someone comes to your page after the 24 hours and the Instagram story has expired, they can still see it. So you might just have a Christmas 2021 one for all of your retail, or you might have really specific ones towards treatments and services. However you highlight, just make sure that these stories are going there so that, even if someone pops up onto your Instagram feed a week later, they can still learn about that gift voucher post that you did. Okay, and don't forget, you can tag all of the products that you have on your online store in that content, whether it's a post or whether it is a story. They just have to be part of that store. And, like I've said before, it just makes it as easy as possible for your followers and your clients to check out, add to cart, money in your bank. Especially over that Christmas time, as easy as we can make it to win over someone with our product or service and get them to check out, the better everybody is. And take the load off yourself and get your team involved. One of the things that I see for salon owners all year round, but particularly during that Christmas busy period, is that they just try and take it all on themselves. And if you can get your team involved, it's really going to diversify your content, have some fresh faces showing up every few days on your posts, and ultimately take the load off yourself. So even if you've got, afternoon or an early morning available in the coming weeks, no one's going to know that you filmed that video at the end of October that's going out in December. Like, no one's going to know. So however you can, get your team involved, or you've got the time as a team to create some content that you can save up as a bank, do it. Absolutely do it. I know a lot of salon owners that'll just, have little brainstorms in their morning team whips, even just to get some new content ideas from different, everybody's brain and creativity is different. So even just, whiteboarding, how do we want to show our Christmas retail? How do we want to push gift cards online? And just get some fresh ideas, because you never know, someone might come up with something that just completely blows your mind and you're like, I never thought of that. So, I think the more creative brains, the better. And Christmas is a great time to make sure we've got as many creative brains turned on as possible. And now we just want to go through a little social checklist to make sure that you are covering all bases before the crazy season begins. And the first is, kind of feels like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many businesses forget to do it. Update your trading hours on your socials and your Google page. If I wanted to book a last minute, blow dry or a last minute pedicure with my beauty team, and I was like, okay, what time are they available on a Thursday night? And it said that they closed at 6, but they really were open until 10 because it's Christmas. They've missed out because I've just Googled it and it was wrong. So make sure that all of those things are updated so that before someone makes the booking or, gives you a call, they know what's going on. You don't want to miss out on people that, could spend a couple of $100 on a Thursday night because they thought you were closed. Ensure that your shops are connected. I know I've said it a million times in this presentation, but I'm so passionate about making sure you've got as many opportunities as you can to get people over to your online store, because it is just extra income for you. You don't have to perform a treatment, just got to post the item. So, if you can be performing a 90-minute treatment and making some money off that, and you've just had 5 orders come through during that treatment, like, your dollar per hour is amazing. And that's something that you should be harnessing the whole year round, but especially over that festive period where we are spending more money just as consumers of the world. Update any automated messages. So if you've got automated messages on Facebook, on your website chat, any of those chat bots, make sure that they're updated to reflect trading hours, booking requirements, anything that your customers need to know about visiting you during that Christmas time. Make sure they're all updated so that it's one less message that you have to reply to. Create a bank of content. Like I just said before, no one's going to know if you created that post at the end of October that goes out on Christmas Eve. Like, absolutely maximize every opportunity you have to build up a bank of content. You do not want to be thinking at the end of a treatment at 9 o'clock on a Thursday, oh my God, I need to post something about X, Y, and Z on social media. It should be going out on its own, which brings me to my next point, which is schedule that content. Like, seriously, I do my social media content once a month. And probably the post that you saw yesterday, if you're following me, I did that in September. Like, absolutely make social media work as hard as possible for you and let it work its magic in the background. If you can take a couple of hours on a weekend or whenever it suits you to schedule your content for Christmas, then when you're absolutely off your feet on the salon floor, your content's just going out. Like, no one knows the difference. So absolutely maximize features like that. If you're looking for a free version to schedule content, Facebook Creator Studio is a great one. Or if you are okay with paying a really small amount per month, I use Planoly, and that just gives you a few more little features and makes your life a little bit easier in the scheduling department. And then finally, share the load. It's a wild time for everybody in the beauty industry over Christmas. And if you can maximize your team, if you don't have a team, a friend or a family member to be your cameraman or camerawoman while we smash some content out. Use industry guides, use ebooks, use your community groups that you have in this industry to get some inspo. Share the load with the industry and those around you to make sure that you're maximizing Christmas and ensuring it's your best one yet. Amazing.
Thank you so much, Rachel. God, that
Pleasure.
was amazing. I really enjoyed every moment and everything that you said. The essentials, how important is that to get set up properly and start from a solid ground? I guess that you can help out with that as well. If I wanted you to help me set all my essentials correctly, would you be able to do that?
Yeah, so hi. Yeah, so I've actually got a great little free ebook on the site that has
Right.
a checklist for salons so that they can run through it themselves just to make sure that they are feeling confident and know how to do that.
Yes.
But of course, yeah, make sure that they've covered all the bases as well.
Yeah. And I was just blown out by, how you described the importance of hashtags and all the different layers that there are to
Yeah.
think about. And I don't know if salon owners actually realize how to use them properly. Is that also something that you can help a salon owner to set up properly? And then they've got them, they've got their hashtags ready and they can use them depending. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. So we do
Yeah.
have some hashtag services
Yeah.
available, and then
Yeah.
salon owners have their little collections
Yeah.
ready to go. So
That was
nothing
really
is complacent.
and then all the contents you sort of talked about the reels and the gift guides and the videos
Yeah,
and I guess that creating little I like the idea of using the staff, the whole team, to sort of create
absolutely.
little videos and snippets and get them involved, either taking, you don't have to have elaborate equipment, you can just use your
No,
phone
absolutely.
and it feels authentic, and it shows a treatment, the team doing it, having fun, or
Absolutely.
um, and all this can have a really strong impact, can't it?
Certainly, like, an iPhone camera these days is just as good as, some of the
Yeah,
cameras that we probably used, or if not
yeah,
better, 10 years ago.
yeah, I know.
So, absolutely just grab your phone, and as
Yeah,
long as whatever you're putting out on social media is high quality in how it looks,
yeah.
then it's a goer. No one knows how you filmed it. And yeah, get your team
Sure.
involved, because, even if I think about myself as a consumer, I have my facialist, I have my nail lady. They're part of a larger group, but that's my person. So I know, like, and trust them. And I know that many of your clients would be the same. If you can have, people's therapists and people's specialists show up on that feed and talk about the products that they love and the services that they love, then you're getting through to that person because you've already built the trust there. And now it's
Yes,
just about introducing them to
yes,
something new. So,
yes, yes,
it's awesome.
yeah. Thank you so much,
My
and thank you
pleasure.
everybody for joining us. And yes, you take care, and
Thank you.
we'll see you again. I'm sure we're going to have you again to talk
Amazing.
about all the wonderful things of social. Do you even
Perfect.
social? Check it out. It's an amazing website.
Thank you so much.